I'll ask Josh a question about, Josh has a lot of government experience, and so I guess the question is what about your experience in government would make you effective as a state senator?
I think it's knowing the process. And one of the things that I was able to do for the governor is really pick an issue, pick 2 or 3 issues, and just kind of own it, so to speak. And that meant that I had to write the law once we came up with the idea, meet with the members of the General Assembly, decide who was going to carry the law, work to build the coalitions, both within the Senate and the House, and then outside the Senate and the House among the groups that are going to also push those committees. So I got to know these people. I have relationships with them. I know how the process works. One of the things I did in 2009, the last bill that passed the General Assembly was the bill that I'd worked on pretty much all session. And somehow, through the magic of BlackBerry, I was able to convince the Lieutenant Governor's Chief of Staff to put our bill over the Speaker's, and the Speaker only had 1 requested bill that year. But it was a tort reform bill. We thought it was an important one, and it went through about 16 different variations to get where it was. And I learned a lot through that process. I learned a lot about the state budget. Really, my only experience in state budgeting was cutting. So as revenues start to go up, my experience is going to be how do we retain the value we got when we cut the budget 15.5%.
I'm going to use my 30 seconds here. There's no doubt Josh has great experience, and that's important. But I would submit to you this. When Coke is going out and looking for an executive, or Home Depot, or take any large company, if they wanted to hire somebody that understood the process, they wouldn't even think of going outside their company to look for a leader or an executive. They'd just hire an admin assistant. And that's not a slight on Josh. It's really not. What I'm saying is process is very important, but it's very learnable. It's not a commodity that commands dollars in the marketplace. So let's look for a leader, somebody with a lot of experience. We can learn the process quickly, and then we can be effective.